Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's 7:30 a.m., February 25th, and prices of Bitcoin currently at 96.34. We just had some crazy price action in the last half hour, so I wanted to do a quick video and update you guys on my thoughts and exactly what I'm seeing, okay? Um, First things first, I mean, on the 15-minute time frame, what's kind of easy to tell so far is that we've consistently created these lower highs, right? And even, I guess this one is slightly a higher high, but still, for the most part, this could essentially be a double top, right? But lower highs are pretty much the name of the game. Okay, if we start going to the 30-minute time frame, this is one way I'm looking at the chart. This big sort of ascending channel that we broke down from, right? We tested it as resistance just yesterday, and just about a half hour ago, we tested it as resistance again, okay? Now, I know everybody's kind of gotten bullish because price moved up and almost $50, $75 in less than 30 minutes. But keep in mind, what is going on overall in price action. We fell out of the channel. We used that same channel as resistance, okay? And not only that, if we start dialing back to the 4-hour, we've got consistent lower highs from 10,500. Okay, so I'm not saying that we have to be overly bearish all the time, but in this case, I think it's okay to be bearish because no clear levels have been broken, and nothing really has been clearly established that the trend is shifting. Okay, this morning, all right, I think yesterday we still had a trade, and I moved my stop down just above this wick high right here, and in this movement, it looked like I got stopped out. But again, I had a better entry, so my stop got hit in profit, and then after that, I just reshorted this rejection. I don't see why this is seen as a bullish price action. It just doesn't make sense to me. To me, actually, this was even a better perfect tag of key support that was turned into resistance. And the funny thing is, I guess this little gap right here that you see that was left behind between this marker being support and then this being turned into resistance, that little $4 or $5 gap was just covered by this wick. Okay, so that makes me feel even more confident that, okay, it looks like we came back around all the way over here, tagged that as resistance, and we should sell off some more. Okay, now if we don't sell off, I expect price to do something like this, right? It should go like that, come back, test this area of support, move back up, test this area of support. If we test this area of support and we start bouncing off, I'll go long, place my stop down here, and I'll target this high and this weekly open, okay? But until then, I'm someone who likes to trade the trend, okay? If I see price action kind of going my way, I see consistent lower highs, support being flipped into resistance, I don't see any reason for me to be a contrarian and just randomly go long because I saw, $50, $100 spike, okay? The technicals overall has not changed, okay? This kind of stuff happens right here to be able to trap, novice traders into buying traps, at the top and going long, and then price eventually kind of grinds, down and down and down and goes back to its original destination. Okay. As per EXO, I think it's kind of visible on the 15-minute chart that it looked like a good amount of people longed this top. I don't think there's that many people trapped, to be honest. So I don't think that we're gonna sort of get a long squeeze right away. I think we will probably have to wait and see exactly what the price wants to do. But I'm happy, having a short bias, at least for now. And then with that short bias, I'll be targeting a couple levels, okay? First level is I'm going to be targeting, these lows right here. Okay, so around 95.06 again, I would like to target that area for my short target profit. And I also want to target the area just below this low right here. So around 94.75, 94.80, because if you look on this chart right here, I like to map out, weekly opens, Monday highs and lows, and it creates this kind of big range, right? So you get to see that price from Monday's high and Monday's low yesterday has this big of a range, which is this to this, all right? And more often than not, what I've seen is when there's a big range like this created on Mondays, or whether it's, even sometimes weekly highs and lows, price likes to sweep both, the low side and the high side. Okay. Just, my observation. Okay. Now, does that mean that we're going to go up first and then down? Or does that mean we're probably going to go down first and then up? I would probably think that because we're fairly close to the bottom, we still have the trend on our side. And we've tagged 96.84 right there as resistance. I don't see why we cannot head down, sweep this low, and then push back up. If we form, bullish price action here, we can go higher towards the weekly open around 99.66. Okay. Aside from that, there's really not much that has happened. I'm very happy to kind of, be bearish in this area while everyone is trying to sort of catch the bottom. Most people don't know how to be able to trade the trend because they don't understand how to trade technicals. What they really want to do is be able to buy the price, right at the very bottom, or when price, starts shooting up like this. They're not looking at technicals. What they're really looking at is the volatility of price, and then they just want to get in, randomly without a game plan, right? So the point is, with this kind of price action right now, I think if you sort of keep your bearings straight and you look at the overall picture, I would say it's kind of abundantly clear that this would be a good shorting opportunity. And if it's not, like I said, I'm happy to flip long. Just give me a break above this area. Give me some bullish price action right here, and then I'll go long with the stop over here. Okay. In terms of indicators, we are slightly coming out of the oversold territory on the 4-hour Stochastic RSI, but again, that's probably because this candle just popped off right before this happened. This was still pretty much oversold and flattening out. Okay. Nothing really has changed on the MACD, as you can see. Still, has its bearish cross. If you're a MACD trader, that is. Let me see over here. CME has obviously, kind of just taken a dump, just like all other derivatives or spot prices, right? And then, over here, like I said, if you look at the context of the Monday high, Monday low, us being at the bottom half of the range, I don't see this price action as anything, special. Okay. So do be careful in trying to, time your longs and thinking that, hey, you're going to be able to catch the bottom and ride this to the top. All right. Chances are you could just get trapped. Okay. Let's check out Trading Light. Again, if you're not familiar with the software, this is L3 data, which is order books and being able to see, big buys and sell walls with their, numerical values. Okay. For the most part, we could see a good amount of resistance just stacked up against us, right? It's not like, that the walls are sort of being pulled because traders and professionals or even algos are anticipating, big push in price action. What they're really saying is, we don't know what the hell happened here, but, we're going to try to push this price back down where it's supposed to be. And for the most part, you could see a pretty big wall lined up right here around $9,500 or so. It's $11 million. So like I said, at the very least, if price goes down, you could look to target this low right here, which is around 95.06, or, like I said, Monday sweep around 94.80, 94.75. Okay. If you watched my video from yesterday, actually, let me see here. This one right here, where I stated that Bitcoin was not forming bear structure. These YouTube videos I do for you guys, I want you guys to pay attention, take notes, right? And do these charts on your own, just the way I do them. So you know exactly what to look out for, the specific levels where I say that, I would consider going long or short. I give you guys all this free information because I want you to learn how I trade as a person, how I manage my risk, where I place my stops, where I look for take profit areas, how I identify trends, etc. Okay. I'm not just making these videos just to make them, right? I actually want to be able to educate you guys. And obviously, hopefully you guys come join the Cryptosomniac Advantage side, right? And then you can, be a paid member and you can get access to me, for the most part of the day and get updates like this. I mean, yesterday with the volatility of price action, I was giving updates like every hour, as you can see, to my Advantage members. I gave them at least 5 or 6 different short opportunities, So, again, if you're watching these videos and by the time you watch, price action has shifted completely, I have no way to notify you of, what I'm seeing, how I'm positioning myself. This is why it helps to be in the Advantage side. Because on the free side, I'm not going to keep updating you, okay? Because you're not paying for my time. But on the Advantage side, you are paying for my time. So I'm going to update you and I'm going to let you know exactly what I'm seeing and how I'm going to position myself. And all these lock channels that you see are for Advantage members, as you can see. I mean, there's so many more lock channels, right? So for the most part, again, I'm hoping you guys do come join. Come check out the Cryptosomniac community. Go to the website. There's a Discord link below too. You can join the free side if you want. But I think that's pretty much it. All right, you guys know my game plan. You know how I'm positioned. And I hope y'all come join. All right, cheers.